Alright guys, welcome to Benefits Mowing. Jay Morgan here. Today we're going to talk about goals for our 2025 lawn care season. So we're going to start off, we got a list right here. We're going to start off with equipment goals. So number one, the first thing I want to do is I've had this mower going on almost 2 years and I've been fighting the change for a while, but a lot of you guys were right. I think it's time to upgrade the 36-inch mower to a floating deck. The Viking has been good, but ever since I got the 48, it's got the 48-inch deck. It's got the upgraded twin-cylinder engine. I love this mower. And it's extremely used, but it's a really durable. Exmark makes really good machines. That's the first thing. See, the second thing I want to do is upgrade my trailer from a 5x8 to a 6.4 or 6.6x8. I've had this trailer since I started the business, maybe about 6 months in. I actually started out of the back of my wife's Kia, but that's another story. But ever since I've had a trailer, it's the only trailer I've had. God, it works on my equipment, lets me use his. And the thing I realized about this trailer, it's a game changer. I can fit the 48 and the 36-inch side by side, and I can fit it into my garage easily. See, I was looking at getting a 6x10 or a 6x12 and rented a storage unit, which they had. It's about almost a mile down the street. But no, then I would have to go to the unit. I was thinking about having my garage here and the unit there, so I could have two trailers. That's still going to be a goal, but that might be the goal for next year or later this year. Right now, I don't necessarily need the bigger unit because I don't have enough people to run another trailer for me right now. But when I expand to that point, that will be the goal. But the 6x4x8 to be exact, I can fit both my mowers side by side. I've done it multiple times this year. And I can fit it into my garage comfortably and still get around. So that is going to be the move. Another upgrade I want to upgrade my trimmer, my hedge trimmer. I want to get a hedge trimmer with an articulating head. It's got a longer reach, so I'm not forced to kind of contort my body to lead with the hedge trimmer when I'm getting behind bushes. I just angle it and I can extend it out. And also get rid of the need for me to have to use a ladder so much. Definitely want to keep this one, get an articulating hedge trimmer. So when I have larger hedge jobs and have help with me, instead of them just standing around watching me and sweeping up the debris, we can double time and knock out the hedges at one time. So that was number 3. Number 4 is, if you guys have watched my channel, I love the Echo equipment platform. Love the trimmers, love the blower. I got a 266 string trimmer, 25 horsepower. It's got a lot of power. I want the 2660, but I want the one that takes attachments. So I can get rid of my attachments that I had in the Ryobi equipment and just run all Echo equipment. So like my pole saw attachment right here, it'd be nice if I just had one that went on my Echo. I also want an additional hedge trimmer attachment that'll go on here. So I want all my attachments to run on Echo. So I want a 2620 PSA Echo string trimmer. Also looking to upgrade the push mower. The Honda's been fantastic. Guys, I've just ran it into the ground. I'm sure I can probably service it, get it up to par, but it seems underpowered a little bit, and I got such a good deal on this one. I'm really looking to upgrade to a 30-inch push mower, or maybe just another Honda that's got a little bit more juice. Maybe the model above this one has got 190cc engine, because I love the lightweight of the mower, so that's just an option. Looking at that. On the equipment front, the last thing I want to upgrade, but it's not mandatory, but I will look to do in the future, is I want to upgrade my truck. I've got 75% of my truck paid off. I've been pretty aggressive with the payments. But really, I want to just upgrade to a 4x4 truck, and this is the reason. When I bought this, I said, okay, I'm just going to be pulling trailers. I'm not going to go off-road. But guys, you'll be surprised how many times people have had properties where they need me to go clear stuff, haul stuff. I've had to go off-road. I got stuck with my truck once, almost twice. And the one time I did get stuck, I was just a couple miles down the road, and it was embarrassing because I have a 4x2 pickup truck. And my wife has an all-wheel drive Kia Sorento. And she had to pull me out from being stuck with the Kia. That should never happen in the future. If I have a truck, it will always be a 4-wheel drive. Because it's better, this with a lot of my philosophies, hear me out. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. All right, so that is my goals for equipment for 2025. Now for the business, what I want to focus on, guys, I want to focus on customers that have smaller lots, really 10,000 square feet and below. Because most of the time I'm running solo, I'm looking to grow the business in the future. I'm gonna get on that later in the video, but I want properties where I can be in and out as efficiently as possible and try to knock out, maybe add 3 to 4 more lawns to my rotation that I do on the average. And that's gonna come with 2 things. It's gonna come with number 1, finding smaller lots, and then that's gonna be going into number 2, route density. Guys, that goes without saying. Everybody knows to keep your route density tight. From where I stay right here, I like to stay within a 5-mile radius. Of course, I do have properties outside of that. I've got some in the 8 to 10 mile range, but also I've had them for years. And what I've realized is in the process of me keeping those customers, I started to accumulate a lot of properties in those subdivisions. So what I do is I make a day out of it. Like when I have to go down to the other side of the county, that's that day. I do all those properties. I tell the customers like, hey, I'm gonna be on your side of town this day. This is the day I can do the property. If they don't get it done then, they might have to wait 10 days. So that's what I'm rolling with. Keeping the route density tight, that goes without saying. The closer I can be really to where I live, the better. I love that. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, customer selection. I've hit on this in the past. Guys, I love customers that are easy to work with, that are flexible, that pay the price point I like, don't mind adding on additional services, and that we have a relationship with, a rapport. They like me, I like them. They're not looking to find somebody that's gonna do it for $2 cheaper 3 months from now. So that way, like every year I can keep these customers, have a group of customers that I like, and I can build on top of that platform, that base, and continue to add more customers I like. So I can keep the job as stress-free as possible and keep the profits as high as possible. So adding on customers I like, that's gonna be another one. You guys see Trey that works with me. He works with me a lot. I used to have another guy that worked with me a lot. They helped me when I first got into this business before I started recording videos. So you guys haven't seen any video of him. In the summertime, my nieces work with me, pushing the push mower, loading up stuff. I have to load up stuff on the tarps. They do that. But I'm also looking at 1 to 2 more part-time helpers. What I'm realizing, guys, that's why I said earlier I like smaller lots. Because preferably, if I can do all the work myself, I would like to keep it that way as much as possible. Because at the end of the day, like you guys see T that works for me. T's got 2 other jobs. So when I'm working big jobs, I have to work around his schedule. Sometimes he can show up, sometimes he can't show up. And it's not just him, it's anybody you bring on. They're gonna have other stuff going on, and the most annoying thing is when you have big jobs lined up and you line them up to have help on them, and then your help doesn't show up, and you're doing all the work yourself. So what I'm looking to do is add 1 or 2 more guys part-time, so that way I like 4 or 5 people on rotation. So somebody's always on call. If I call this person, they can't show up, move on to the next. Man, if I got to pay a little bit more extra money because it's on the fly, I'm fine with that. I'll try to incorporate it in the job as always and move on that way. One of my customers, her father moved here from another state and he had a lawn care business. And I don't remember what the reason was why they had to move, but he had to move and be uprooted. And he's trying to get back on his feet. And then until he can start his business from scratch here, he was looking for part-time work. So I got his contact information. That might be a direction that we go into in the future here. We will see. I will keep you guys posted. And another one is I want to focus on properties that, number 1, they're not only small, but I can add a lot of services to it. Like I said, guys, if you watch my channel, you know when it comes to the fall time, I like to do roof and gutter cleanings on 1-story houses. 1-story houses is quick and simple. I feel like it's safe. There's not too steep of a pitch on the roof. I can get up there, and guys, I mean, you can make like $200, $300, $400, $500 an hour doing these roof and gutter cleanings. Does it take long? The way I do it, I have a really powerful blower. I like that. So if you got a powerful blower, you can push through it. Especially with my 1-story house, the roof and gutter cleanings. Also with the hedge jobs, guys, I like small hedge jobs. Not the real big ones. It's really elaborate. It's a lot of stuff to take care of. The small ones where I can just do it myself, I can knock it out. Yes, I might not be able to charge a couple of $100 to do the head job like I do with the big ones, but also I don't need to hire help. With the small one, if I'm only adding on $75, $85, maybe $100 to the hedges, I can do it myself, number one. I can get done within an hour, number two, clean up and everything, and I can knock out the lawn. So now I'm at a property where I can make $175, $200 in an hour and a half. And if you can do like 3 of those in a day, guys, that's 3 to 4, that's good money. And you're not overexerting yourself because you're doing such big jobs. Smaller jobs, extra services, charging more money. So really focus on smaller lots where I can add on services, but the slots are small and the add-ons on the properties are small, so I could do it myself. So I can keep the profits high and the work exertion low. Guys, I almost forgot. Focus on small lots with trees. Because what I do is when you're running your seasonal mowing, when you get to the middle of November when the grass has stopped growing, and on lots without trees you've done your last mow, the ones where the leaves are starting to fall, where normally I would have stopped on my other properties, I'll show up and then I let the customer know. I show up, I'm like, hey, the grass has pretty much stopped growing. You had a bunch of leaves down. I mowed the property as regularly serviced, and I'll mulch all the leaves. I'll blow them into the yard. I'll clean it up really nice. What they notice is, wow, this is great. This is something I won't have to worry about in the future. They can see the value in it. Once they see the value in it, you let them know. You have about 6 more weeks worth of leaves falling. I can show up on my regular 10-day or 2-week schedule and continue to mow this until all your leaves are fallen. And what you will notice when you're mulching leaves is just like cutting really tall grass. You're like, hey, I'm making more passes. I'm burning more fuel. So guesstimate in your head, think about how long it took and be like, okay, I don't mind doing this, but I'm going to charge an extra 50, 60, 70, 80, or even $100, whatever you come up with. Let them know, hey, I can do this, but this will be the charge for the rest of the season. And what that will do is extend your season. Instead of ending in October, now I push it all the way through January. And guys, in my experience, 8 to 9 out of 10 people have said yes. So those are some of my goals I want to focus on for 2025. Guys, let me know what you're focused on, trying to grow and expand your business. As always, you find any value in this whatsoever, please like, subscribe, and share. We will see you guys on the next one.